First of all, I should say that these support stands are not about aesthetic style. It's not something beautiful to look at. It has definite function, and I wanted to make it in a short time from a plank that cannot be used to make other things. If you want to make something similar, of course you can use better material and spend more time. The work I show in this video is dangerous for your fingers, so I recommend using another type of saw. I think everyone has a hand saw, it's safer, or just choose a longer plank to keep your fingers far from a rotating disc. Anyway, be careful. We need to saw off two parts that are wider than a Wii U console. I think adding 2 or 3 centimeters to each side is enough. It depends on wood type. For plywood it would be much less, because it cannot be cracked easily. The wood fiber must be positioned athwart the console. Now I think it's safer to carve those notches at first. At least make 2 curves without removing the center part. After that you can saw off each support stand and finish the notches. Do not make deep curves and do not try to shape the notch quickly. Split off the center part as far from the bottom as possible. Use a chisel where the shallow curve ends. The shape of Wii U console is terrible. The side edges are not angular, it adds a lot of work. If I had a suitable milling cutter, I could make a big round hole at first and make curves after that. I used a drill bit instead to make a lot of small holes. It takes pretty much time actually. You need to drill vertical holes at first, but you cannot just split wood easily after that. You have to drill a slant as well. So I think milling cutter or something like spade drill bit can help. On the other hand, you can just grind off some wood in the center. It cannot be quick, but you don't need any electric tool in that case. And you have little chance to crack it in a wrong place. Drilling and literally breaking the wood makes the surface really rough. After that there is a long hand grinding work. It's hard to shape it right because the notch is not a part of a circle. The radius is shorter at the side walls and it's huge in the center. At the side walls I used a stick and a pipe with smaller diameter and a round file. The problem is that you always think the grinding process is too slow. When the shape is not a true circle and you have to change the diameter, you just don't want to check the result every few seconds. So it's really easy to grind off too much. It's better to use plywood or plastic because wood can crack anytime. Do not use very old planks like I did. For outer surfaces I used an electric grinder and a sander. They were not accurate and soft enough, so I had to grind with hands too. In general, the more time you spend, the better result you get. But this formula is suitable for any kind of work. During the grinding I was thinking, why there were two types of support stand for the controller and no stands for the console. Maybe I just chose a kit without stands. Because it is 32 GB. Maybe in Japan it doesn't include stands. I want to say again that the shape of Wii U console is terrible. A Wii U console can be vertically positioned without a stand. They intentionally designed such shape to sell stands separately. The original stands have indents in the middle of the notches. You have two options: to carve those indents to make a console more stable and make possible to use your stands in right positions, or to make your stands higher and move them in wrong positions. I decided to do both. One stand with an indent and another one that is high and doesn't fit the console because of that, without an indent. After some time of using these support stands, I can say it's better not to waste your time trying to make indents. Put both stands in wrong positions and let them be high. The console will not fall. Just don't close the console ventilation with your stands. If wood has any visible cracks, don't use it. I'm sure both stands cannot be broken at the same time, so it's reliable. But if you want them to be small, it's better to waste your time. You can paint them white. Your result may be different. Most people prefer beautiful things, but more people will just buy it and save all their time. So my work and my result are quite rational. Actually, I made two stands that look very different. The size is different, the shape is different, the notch depth is different. I made different mistakes. I was in a hurry, but both stands are usable. I put my console in vertical position about 2 months ago, and my DIY stands can support it. I grinded off too much from the notch of one stand, so it became loose. I think to make the console more stable I can stick a thick soft tape to the bottom of the notch, but actually there's no need. I have a row of consoles on the desk and I don't even see those stands. That's why I don't care how they look. I tested them, now I'm going to make similar wooden supports for PS2. And the shape of PS2 is much better. So it will take only 10 minutes, I hope. And in this case I spent about 2 hours. Grinding the notches mainly, and they are not perfect anyway.